This is a channeled message. Um, it actually was so strong that I needed to come on here and give this message that I had to leave my workout and come home and get on the computer. So right now, the veil between the spirit realm and the earth is very thin, right? We're going through Samhain. It's a new moon today. I'm recording this on a new moon in Libra. Um, so the veil is very thin. And the spirits are really able to communicate so much clearer and come through for me to pass along this message. And I want to give credit to where credit is due. This message is not me, right? This is not the human Christy delivering this message. This is me acting as a conduit so that the message, mostly from Dr. Wayne Dyer, those of you who are familiar with Dr. Dyer, um, he's powerful and he is urgently asking me to deliver this to you. So we're just going to jump right in. When a fisherman reels in a fish, and picture him in his boat, he reels it up, the line up, and here's this fish on his hook, right? And the fish is thrashing about, trying to get off the line, trying to get back into its own environment in the water. And that is what he is showing me. The illustration is so, well, I'm sure too, in all fairness, I love the water. And my soul resides in the water. That's where I'm most at home. So that's probably why they are showing me this, but it's still going to help you, the illustration, right? So picture this fish thrashing about on this hook, and the message is loud and clear that when we are buying into all the illusions and all the facades of the masses of our society that we are being fed continually, day by day, you are on a hook and you can't get away. And we all know what's going to happen to that fish if that fisherman doesn't take the hook out or cut the line and release the fish back into the water. We all know what's going to happen. That fish is going to die, right? It's going to be, it's going to suffocate and die. And that's the same with us. That is what they're showing me. That the more we buy into all these different ideas of where we need to go, what we need to do, who we need to be, and we are buying into society's blueprint for us is going to suffocate our soul, the very life that we came here to birth. And so every single person listening on this video, every single person that is receiving this message, every single human being on the planet has their own individual soul blueprint. And your only job is to be able to tap into that divinity that lives inside of you and express that fully and entirely in your lifetime here on the earth. That God essence that lives inside of you, that is God. God is not outside of us, source, God, whatever, however you want to term it. It's irrelevant. That force and that power and that divinity that resides within each one of us, that needs to be recognized and honored and allowed to breathe and allowed to become and allowed to fully express in this lifetime. And I know so many of you are probably wondering, okay, well, how do you do that? You do that, first of all, by disciplining yourself enough to the point where you're not taking in so much from the external world and allowing that to become your Bible and your truth, other people's soul's blueprint. There is not one, just like fingerprints, there is not one single soul blueprint on the face of this planet that is the same as yours. So why is it that we are taking in so much from outside of ourselves and trying to integrate it in, like we need to become this because this spiritual teacher is like this, or this person told us this, or and if you actually do the work to deep dive into some of these perceptions or some of these belief structures, you can slowly but surely pull them apart, right? And there's hypocrisy buried in every single belief system out there if you look hard enough. But the idea is to stop looking hard enough anywhere and to just be in your body and allow your soul to dictate your path. And as you start walking that path, and as you start practicing who you really came here to be, the next step is going to unfold and it's going to be a natural process. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is taking your attention away from your soul and from your truest essence? Because, like the fish on that hook, when you are thrashing about trying to find a place and trying to find a home in somebody else's story, it is never, ever going to fulfill you, nor is it going to be a benefit to the entire collective humanity to be a character in somebody else's story. You are here to write your own story. You are here to be your own leading character. And only you can discover that, what that is for you. Only you can know what brings your soul alive, what brings your spirit alive, what brings you joy to the highest degree. And that is what you need to embody. That is what you need to follow. The seed that was planted in your soul before you came here in this incarnation. What is that seed trying to birth? Only you can discover that. And it can really only be done in a deep dive into self without all the external conditions and all the external noise and chatter. It requires solitude. It also requires you to be so strong within yourself that wherever you are being called, you go and you have the strength to go there and not cave to other people's opinions and expectations of you. That will lead you astray for sure. There are always going to be people that agree with you and people that get on board on your train, and there's going to be people that need to get off at the next stop. And there's going to be everything in between. Your job is not to micromanage anybody else's journey. Your job is not to decide what anybody else should or should not be doing, or if they believe in your mission or not. It's not your job. It's not your place. Your place is to solely live in your divinity while you are here until you leave this earth. And I am here to remind you that you are here for a millisecond in time. Our lives, this video is not going to exist soon enough. Our lives are but a breath. They are literally a little pebble of sand on a beach. So are we, this expression of we are everything and we are nothing, it makes total sense. We are everything, and we need to embody that everything and that truth while we are here in this incarnation. But we are also nothing. We are nothing but a tiny, tiny speck. So what you came here to do, there are no more excuses. There's no more time to waste. There's no more, let's put it off to tomorrow. Let's put it off to tomorrow. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Tomorrow, we know, friends, is never guaranteed. We need to start living today. And We are here to breathe into existence the divinity that only we embody. We need to bring that into the world and share our light and our soul gifts with this world because it's so needed, friends. It is so, so needed. I hope this message resonated with you. And before we get off this call, I want to thank all spirits, but especially Dr. Wayne Dyer for showing up here in this space today to use me to bring through a message. Aho.